Well, it is now time to check that this strange contraction-expansion transformation explains our experience of space and time for the velocities that we encounter in our daily lives. We will consider again our train moving at a velocity v equal to 100 meters per second, or 0.0000003 light seconds per second, represented by a yellow line which is almost vertical. We will look once more at the point on the r-axis for which x is equal to 4 light seconds and t is equal to 4 seconds. As we know, this point will move just slightly during the contraction part of our transformation. We greatly exaggerate this change in the image for the sake of the discussion. The contraction factor for low velocities was calculated in the previous video, and it is simply given by 1 minus v. This gives rise to changes both in the time coordinate of the event and the position coordinate of it. As we discussed in a previous video, the change in the time coordinate is too small to be perceived by humans. As for the change in the position coordinate, our question was, will it be the distance covered by the train in those 4 seconds, namely vt equal to 400 meters? We can easily answer this question now. The new position coordinate will be 1 minus v times the old one, or 1 minus v times x. But since x is equal to t for events on the r-axis, we can write x minus vt, which is exactly what we were looking for, so it works. But what about other events, not necessarily sitting on the r-axis? Well, if we keep the same time coordinate and move left, there will be a reduction in the r-coordinate of the event, which will reduce the change in the x-coordinate under the transformation. However, the L-coordinate will increase by exactly the same amount, and the expansion along L will give rise to a perfect compensation for the loss. We conclude that x minus vt works for all points as it should. Think about this carefully and convince yourself that it is indeed true. The low speed limit of our transformation fully agrees with our expectations. Our entire experience of space and time is based on this limiting case. There is, however, much more to it. We will explore this new territory in the next videos.